Thank you so much for joining me here today for yet another Second Life lifestyle video on something that I find interesting or helpful in some type of way. For those that don't know me, my name is Sandra, and I try to cover all things SL from shopping to decor to anything in between. And today, you guys, I am going to be making a video on something that has been on my mind a lot. I have been talking to a lot of my friends about it, and that is why the hell does nobody talk anymore on Second Life? It is crazy the way things have gotten lately, in my opinion. Yeah, and I just want to dive into it and start talking about it. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys. So I hope everyone's doing really well. And here, you guys, before we start diving into this thought-provoking issue, I want to go ahead and show you my outfit. It is from Equal 10. I think it is too cute. I got a lot of stuff on from the event here. So yeah, obviously Sandra is all ready for Valentine's Day here. But the shirt, the sweater she has on is from Loki. So let's go ahead and show that. Let me highlight it here. Here we go here. Loki, it's the Carol top and it comes with the bow on it. So cute, so cute. And then she has on the denim skirt from Cry Bon Bon. Really cute. And she has on the Cry Bon Bon boots. Yeah. So I did have to modify, just to let you know, I did need to modify the outfit a little bit to make it acceptable to wear for a YouTube video. It is scandalous, but I love it. And just so you guys know, everything that you buy from Cry Bon Bon, a lot of people don't know that everything is in fact mod. So I made these tennis shoes, these boots, white, and then I colored them myself because you can make Cry Bon Bon stuff any color you want. So that's part of the reason I really am fond of that brand, because you know, even though you might be paying a certain amount for the item, the fact that it's mod makes it so great because you can make it any color you want. And that's the really cool part, in my opinion. That's why I'm willing to spend a little bit more on certain brands. If they're mod, I'm into it. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot. Let me see. I'm wearing the earmuffs, which again, so cute. Let me find them here. Goodness. Who makes the earmuffs? Let me see it. Goodness, hold on. Let me pull it up from my inventory. Sorry, you guys, I can't remember the names of everything, so here they are. Okay, it's made by Snuggle and Company. They are the heart muffs. They come with such a good amount of detail. Let me show you one of the HUDs really quick. It's just really cute. They made a hat and they made earmuffs. Let me see if it'll open up even with the lag. Okay, there you go. Yeah, just the detail on these is really nice. The quilting, really nice job. Yeah, I really like them a lot. Yeah. So anyway, the earmuffs. And here, let me show you on Sandra here. She's got some hair on that's covering them up a little bit, but look at the detail on them. So nice. The detail that you could get on items now in Second Life is just really crazy. I know part of it is covered up with her hair. Just we're gonna pretend that's not happening, you guys. I really wanted to wear this hair, so yeah, that's what's up. And they are unrigged, so you could move them. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, like that. Okay, you guys, it's hard to find hair that's perfect with everything you add on to the head like that, but I really like them a lot. Yeah. All right, you guys. Goodness. All right, let's go ahead and talk about this issue that I'm talking about. Let me get the camera. Yeah, I just think Sandra's looking so cute. I love this outfit. I really like Cry Bonbon a lot. They are really well designed items, and the fact that they're mod, just I really like them a lot. All right, here I want to get the cat in too. This cat, if anybody asks me, this cat is from Extraordinary. Look at the AO on the cat. I mean, come on. All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into this issue here. So, let me see. I actually have some notes, not a lot, but just some loose notes I'm going to be following. So, yeah, okay. So, part of the thing is that I feel like there's three types of people on Second Life that are logging on thus as far as now. And type number one is the person that logs on to Second Life and they are AFK, meaning that we've all seen them, that they log on, you say something to them, you never hear a response, or you might hear a response more than 24 hours later. But it's because they're AFK, they just log on and then they start working or shopping or who the hell knows what they're doing, and they just are not engaged in any conversation or really anything that's going on in world. So AFK, that's type number one. Um, Type number two, which, I kind of put myself in this category myself. I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect either. I just want to talk about this. So, type number two is kind of closed in to their own friend groups. They only talk to people in their friend groups. The chats are private. They're not talking on nearby chat, which I never talk on nearby chat myself. I'm a pretty private person. You'll never catch me speaking on nearby chat. I just don't do that. I never have. But the thing is that the odds that new people are going to enter that friend group are next to none. And I do have to say that the friends I have, I'm very tight with. And yeah, there's not a lot of new people that come sniffing around just because we're basically hanging out with each other. But yeah, we're out there, we're social, but basically we talk to each other. So that's type number two. All right. So anyway, just being honest, you guys, that's what I label myself as. And then we have type number three. Type number three basically is logging on to Second Life and they're looking for sex. Okay, and I don't know how YouTube is going to like this video or not, but I want to make it and I want to be clear on what I'm talking about. So, type number three is basically individuals that are many times logging on their lunch break or in between whatever the hell it is they're doing. And they will approach individuals that might be standing around, like myself. And there's really no conversation, no connection. They just have immediate expectations and they want me to engage with them. Okay, you guys, by YouTube standards, I've found a new word that I could use to express myself, and that is quote unquote engage. We all know what quote unquote engage means the way I'm using it, right? Okay, I'm not going to explain it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, then, it just, I'm not going to explain it. So there you go. All right, so, yeah, the thing is that I do kind of miss the times a couple years back even. It hasn't been that long ago, but a couple years back, I remember like going to clubs and stuff, and people would actually like talk to me, like have a normal conversation. But that rarely happens anymore because, like I said, you're getting into these situations where you got type 1, 2, or 3. I have to say the type 3 is what gets to me the most, what bugs me the most, because I don't know, there's something about having an avatar and logging on just momentarily, just for a couple moments when you have a second, and then approaching strangers like myself, and then expecting that person to engage with you, and then getting highly frustrated when they don't. And the thing is that sometimes I notice that I will accidentally think that I'm going to have a conversation with somebody, and it just it doesn't it just doesn't it just doesn't happen. And this is what kills casual conversation. It's that it's a mix of like all these things. It's that AFK people don't talk. People in tight friend groups many times don't talk outside of their friend groups. And then there's the quick sex users that don't want to talk. They just want to do a certain engagement and then leave. And the thing is, everybody has a right to do whatever they want to do. Like, I'm not getting on people for, you know, do you? I don't care what you do, all that stuff. But I have just noticed that there's been a sharp decline in conversation, just normal everyday conversation, which I think is so interesting. And yeah, and also something I've noticed is that there's this weird contrast going on in Second Life. These are weird things I've noticed here on the platform. Is that the adult Sims, okay? Now, we all know what goes on at adult Sims. What happens at adult Sims is engagement. I'm sorry if that word bugs you guys. This has to be like PG rated, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's on YouTube. So, yeah, so the thing about adult Sims is that they used to get a lot more engagement. Now, we've talked about this extensively. I could do such a long video on this, but there used to be like a great deal of engagement on adult Sims. And now it's just kind of, I don't know, really random. And many people, that there's this issue with people dressing modest on adult Sims, which I find so interesting because it's an avatar. You could dress it however you want. I mean, it's Second Life, but yet there's these people dressing modest, almost like they're going anti-adult sim, you know. But then that usually turns into less flirting, less buildup, and more. Then there's a certain segment that will have more abrupt sexuality going on, if you get what I mean. Like, it's kind of like you have the overly modest, and then you have the overly engaged. Oh, goodness, I need to come up with a better word. Anyway, so the question is how this feels to be someone who just wants to talk first. Okay, so sometimes when I go to Sims and I'm checking things out, just walking around or dancing or whatever it is that I'm doing, I don't go out a lot by myself, you guys, but sometimes I do. It just depends. But sometimes, uh, one does want to just have small talk or what have you, but you end up feeling a lot of times like you can't talk to other people because you might be interrupting, or it feels awkward because they're with a bunch of their friends. Like, like I would never interact with somebody that's in a friend group, you know, um, if they're with friends. I don't know, you know what I'm saying. It's just the social space has narrowed, I feel like. Yeah. So I don't think it's good or bad, it's just different. Um, I remember that there were certain adult Sims that were around where there was a lot of talk and getting to know each other and build up and stuff like that. It seems like that is just like gone, and I know that there's role play sims, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep doing some videos on some adult sims that used to be around that I got a kick out of that just are not around anymore. And it doesn't seem like anything has replaced them, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I just thought I would talk about it. So, you guys, again, if you have any comments on this subject matter, go ahead and leave it down below. I know a lot of people have talked about, the conversation factor having changed over the years. And like I said, the funny thing is that I have noticed that there used to be a lot more conversation that would take place even a couple years ago. So things have changed kind of fast, in my opinion, you know? So, anyway, you guys, I just thought I would talk about it and I want to come on and say hi. And yeah, I hope you're having a good January. And again, you want to check out some cool items for sale, check out the Equal 10 event. And you guys, I will go ahead and see you next time. Take care. Bye.